Well, it's prep day. This is my jug. I gotta fill this up to the line, shake it up, put it in the refrigerator. Whoops, sorry. But I'll be back once this is filled. Well, here we go. I got it all shook up, put it in the fridge to get cold. I won't start this till later, about 2 p.m. So we'll be back, and then I got work to do now. So, woohoo! Lunchtime! Got a couple little jellos, some sipping broth. I got 2 of these so I can have one tonight for dinner, along with the other 2 jellos, and water. So the afternoon will just be pretty much water drinking, maybe some twist soda. Hang on, I'll turn you around. On Friday, the nurse lady called to go over everything, how to do the prep, double check my medications, just chit chat. She goes, now I know they tell you to do half the night before and half the morning of. She said you can drink 3/4 of that liquid the night before because we want to get as much out of you as soon as possible. I'm like, okay. There are other ways of prep, but I guess this big jug for your first colonoscopy, I guess it's the one that cleans you out the best. So yeah, I haven't started drinking that. I have 3 hours until I start drinking that. I start drinking it at 2 o'clock. So right now I'm just going to have some lunch because I am hungry. And yesterday, Dad went up to his friend's house who had gone to a big Amish bakery. Well, tiny Amish bakery, I should say. It's a little dinky one. And brought some treats back. So there's a container of chocolate chip cookies, which I had a couple last night. And then there's a container of peanut butter cookies. So yeah. But here I am with my Jell-O and my bone broth. I'm waiting for the bone broth to cool down a little bit. I just heated it up in the microwave. Let's take a sip. Good. When I was a kid, you know how the coffee machines would have hot chocolate and it would have hot chicken broth? Stuff from that machine was always better, but this is good enough. Good enough. All right, I'll be back later. My lunch was okay. I'm so glad I got Jell-O because it's nice, something that isn't total liquid. There is some little to it, but I'm full. I'll have that tonight for dinner. I brought in my 2-liter of twist soda, lemon lime soda. Hi, kitty. What are you doing? What are you doing? But I'm going to chill for like 2 hours and I start the whole drinking the liquid stuff. Yay! Time to start. Here's the first. Smells lemony. It's like real, well, it is sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. It's pretty salty. So I'm going to down this, drink a little water chaser, and then do it again in 15 minutes. Glass number 2. And I read online that sometimes doing it with a straw is a little easier. So, number 2. Number 3, and the straw really does help. It kind of bypasses some of your taste buds so you can you just shoot the liquid way back in your throat. So far, this is glass 3 and I've gone down that far. I'm going to take like a half-hour break because I'm starting to get a little nauseated. So it says if that happens, take a little break. So I'm going to give me a 30-minute window after this glass. Why won't you? I am feeling a little nauseous after that 3rd glass. Just chilling. I think it's just everything's starting to work in my belly. Still no urge to have to run to the bathroom or anything. So in about a half an hour, I'll be back for number 4. Just poured glass number 4. Taking that break really helped with the nausea. But I will say, it's been on about an hour and 15 minutes since my first dose, and I've already had to hit the toilet. So when you start taking this and you think you feel a gas bubble, go into the bathroom because it's probably not going to be. I don't trust anything right now. So yeah. Now, here we go. Ready? Oh yeah, I missed it. God dang it. Here we go. I gotta take a break. I usually do about half a glass per little suck. But okay, I'll be back. I'm on to glass 6. I know, Stacy, what happened to glass 5? I forgot to film it. I sucked it down real fast and had to run to the bathroom. You know, I'm in that, the toilet is my friend phase of this operation. But I'm about 2/3 to this gallon, so I'm going to save the other third for in the morning. I got to set my alarm because I have to have all these fluids in. So the rest of the evening I'll drink a lot of water. I can't drink anything after 8:30. No kind of fluids after that. So she wanted me to get it in. Yep. But all right, I'm gonna drink this and put the rest of this away. Here's my little jug. We're down to here, people. The line's up. What's the sign? The line's up here, and we are down here. So, I'll check in again before I go to bed. You can see. Well, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So probably for the next few hours, it's not going to be a pretty situation in my life. A little later tonight, I'll have my other little broth, Jello, maybe a glass of citrus soda. Everything, when you open up the refrigerator, everything looks amazing. I have a bag of clean celery. Looks like the best thing I could eat. Right? I'm like, that looks so good. There's an apple. Man, I really want that apple. So yeah. Okay, bye. Dinner time. Exact same thing as lunch. Got my last 2 Jellos. These are pretty good. They're Kool-Aid brand, strawberry kiwi. Then I just heated up my other bone broth. Chicken. Of course I got the chicken. And I have a bottle of water. So, it's a little after 6 in the evening. So I started taking that liquid, 4 hours ago. I haven't had any in the last hour and a half because I got what I needed down. Let's just say I'm to the point now where if I have to go to the bathroom, it's pretty much just water. So, but I was able to watch like 40 minutes straight of something on YouTube, Disney Plus, before I had to run. So that was an accomplishment. So we're going to see how I do tonight, how much more I have to go. I know there's a lot of poop talk in this, but when you have a colonoscopy, it's all about the poop. Okay, bye. Hi, it's a little after 8:30. I actually sat and watched 2 hours of a movie. Well, I watched the first 40 minutes of it, then I had to run to the bathroom. Then the rest of the movie, I sat there fine until about the last 10 minutes, and I started to feel very nauseous. So the movie got over. I was watching John Wick 3. He's a bad mammer jammer. But I ran into the bathroom and just, why don't you eat all your treats? You beg for them and then you don't eat them all. There's nothing really in there. So, did a little dry heaving, and then all of a sudden, luckily I have my little, hospital puke bag. And a bunch of that lovely lemony, salty water that I drank earlier, irped out, threw that away, went to the kitchen and drank a little citrus soda. Just got my clothes out and sat on my desk, getting ready to set my alarm, because I got to get up early and drink the rest of that crappy, salty lemon water. And then hopefully rest a bit and get in the shower about 9:15, 9:30. Because they want me there by 10:20, an hour before my procedure, because, I guess they have to do things to you. You got to get undressed, and I'm sure they ask questions, and I don't know. This is all new. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. It's like 6:45 in the morning. I just drank all the rest of that liquid, and I didn't space it out. I just drank it. I just sat at the kitchen table and drank it. So now I'm going to lay down until things start to happen. I thought last night it was about an hour after I drank it, so yeah. But I feel like I have a giant fishbowl in my stomach because I'm so full of water, and nauseous. But alright, I'm going to lay down for a bit. Heading to the hospital. This morning hasn't been horrible because by now it's just yellow liquid. It's just water. So now the hospital's just down the road, so we're heading off into the wild blue yonder. That'll be my IV bag. I'm getting ready to change into this gown. So, gotta go. I'm in the passenger seat and I'm not a fan. Heading home.
I'm in the driver's seat. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, look, I'm over there driving. I'll tell you everything when I get home. I even have some pictures. Some of you might want to see them, some of you might not. But I'm going to show you anyway. Alright, we'll be home in a few minutes. I am home. Okay, we got to the hospital. Checked in. Dad waited in the waiting room and they took me back to a little prep area. And had to, you saw me in there. I showed you where my gown. I had to put my gown on. I could leave my socks on. That was it. And then they came in and put an IV in, which ended up going here on the side of my hand because the one that they wanted to put in down here just did not want to work today. And so the anesthesiologist came in and talked to me. Adam, nice guy. Then his boss also came in and introduced Adam to me, saying this is going to be your anesthesiologist. And I'm an anesthesiologist and blah, blah, blah. And, they always ask you, name, birthday. Then they get y'all hooked up, check your blood pressure, put a little monitor on your finger for your heart rate. Then they wheel you down the hall to the procedure room. It's in the same bed you're in. You get there, they park you in. We went in, I'm like, oh gosh, you guys got music playing, awesome. It's like a dimly lit room, cool. And so then you got to turn on your left side, and that's why they always want to put the IV on the right hand, so your hand with your IV's up and not down. And they cover you up except for your butt. And they give you propofol. They give you a drug. As soon as he put it in there, I'm like, oh man, you gave me the drug, didn't you? He goes, yep. I'm like, I am feeling it. And then I go, man, who would have thought today I would have been laying in the hospital listening to Love Shack right now? And they all laughed at me because Love Shack was playing. And then you don't remember much of anything. I opened my eyes. He said, I saw you open your eyes, because he came in after to ask how I was doing. I said, I opened them a couple times and I saw you there, but it was like a dream. You don't remember anything. The hardest thing, like they say, is the prep, and for me it was getting my IV in. And so the next thing I know, they're wheeling me back to my little room, and you have to pass gas, and they want you to drink something, so they brought me a little can of like Sprite, little tiny cans. You say you have to drink something, and then you have to bring the person back who's with you because you're still on drugs, and they have to tell that person things. I'm like, I think I can remember. She goes, I'm going to go get your dad. I'm like, okay. And so, they tell him that, she, when you go home, make sure she stays home for the rest of the evening. Try to stay with her. He left right now just for like 5 minutes to go grab food, but he's supposed to stay here with me for the evening. Tomorrow I should be able to go out like normal activity, eat. Like right now I got chicken and broccoli from up the street, because she's like, don't eat kind of. I said, would chicken and broccoli from the Chinese place be okay? She goes, that'd be fine. At first I'm like, maybe I'll get a grilled chicken sandwich. She goes, that does sound good. But then it's lunchtime, and I didn't want to ride with Dad and go to the drive-thru. And I'm like, Dad, just go home, because we're right down the street from home. And I'm not a fan of riding with him. I'm just so used to driving. And so she took my IV out, unhooked me from my monitors, and she walked me out to the van. She to make sure I could get in the van okay and all that stuff. I had one tiny little polyp that they took, and they said I should get a call in a week and a half with the pathology report. And These aren't the best pictures, but where's the one with the circle? That circle right there, that's the little polyp they took out. So yeah, this is the inside of my, and right, see that little pocket there? That's diverticulosis pocket. You see it up there? There's a diverticulosis pocket. So yeah, ain't that fun to see? She said most of my diverticulosis is all on my left side, so that's when I get pain, it is on my left side. So, but she said it looked good in there. So I'm probably done with her. But I'm going to start this new medicine tomorrow. That one I told you about the other day that I can't remember the name of. Because the lady's like, did you take your medicine today? I'm like, I didn't take anything. Because y'all told me I could take this, but not this. And I just said, I'm not taking anything today. That way I don't screw up. She goes, that's good. So yeah. But the actual procedure, you don't feel anything. When I was checking in, when I first got in the hospital, I told Lily, I said, yeah, I had to drink that gallon of stuff. She goes, the last time I got the 2 little pills. I'm like, that's what I'm going to get next time, the 2 little pills. But when I went to the GI doctor, I asked, I said, what are the options of what to clean you out? And she told me, on your first one, we really want you to drink the gallon of stuff because that really does clean you out the best. I can see because it cleans you out. But that's my colonoscopy experience. Tonight, I'll take this off. She had to change it once because it was a bit of a bleeder. I looked down, I'm like, and she goes, all right. This hand bled when I was at the hospital before. Got my jewelry, my jewelry, because every time you go to the hospital, you come home with a bracelet. Sometimes 2. So yeah, wasn't bad. I'm glad there was just one tiny little polyp. Curious what she said when I get the call about what it is. Depends on what the pathology report says on whether I'll come back in 5 years or 7 years or 10 years for another one. I'm hoping they say 10 years, but she said it could be sooner. It's okay. That's it. Bye.